Welcome back to Crypto Spaces, back with another Monad update for you guys and an update on our ecosystem play. Remember, like I said, guys, I've seen it too many times to just be like, okay, I'm just gonna buy Monad the L1. I'm not gonna buy anything in the ecosystem. I'm not doing that, right? I'm not, because guess what? If you just get exposure to the L1 and not try to play around in the ecosystem, you could miss out on 100x to 1000x opportunities, right? All the people that bought Solana at $8 to $10 that also got exposure to the ecosystem and bought Bonk at the lows at 10 mil market cap, Dog with Hat at less than a million or 10 million market cap, Popcat, Giga, Chad, list goes on and on, Moodeng, Bowden, Goatsius Maximus, AI16Z. Man, there were so many. Griffane. There were so many successful projects in the Solana boom. It was so many, right? So I think if you're going to buy Monad, you should also have some type of exposure to the ecosystem. And it doesn't have to be much. It could be just a couple $100, right? For example, if you put, when Solana made its move, right? Bonk is a more safer blue chip meme coin. No one would be mad at you if you said you're buying Bonk, right? Just like Dogecoin. Nobody's going to be mad if you said you're buying Dogecoin. You guys know that Bonk had a massive launch and then came back down to like 10 mil market cap, right? 10.6 mil market cap for Bonk. And then when Solana exploded from $8 to $10 to all the way up to $200 to $300 for Solana, which was like a 20 to 30x, Bonk went on to do a I didn't even know it got to 4 billion. I didn't even know it got to 4 billion market cap. What? What the? It got to 4 billion market cap. Yeah, I thought he only went to 2 to 3 billion. What? Yo, the Solana bull run, man. Oh my gosh, I could have did so much better last year, man. Holy moly, got to 4 billion market cap. What the heck? Anyway, so this is what I'm talking about, okay? And I think the same thing is going to happen for Monad, right? You see how Solana, if Monad is the Solana killer and Monad is going to get as massive as Solana, right? And maybe even flip Solana for a bit in the future, right? Or get under Solana in market cap. It's going to be Solana and then Monad right underneath it. If it's going to be like that, right? As far as market cap, you have projects on the Monad ecosystem that could potentially make a Bonk style move, right? So having exposure to the ecosystem is just a smart bet. Solana went on to do a 20 to 30x and Bonk went on to do a 400x, right? Because 10 mil to 100 mil is a 10x, to a billion is a 100x, to 4 billion market cap. Man, that's insane. To 4 billion market cap, that's a 400x just by having some exposure to the the Solana ecosystem when Solana made its, expansion, its parabola, and all you had to do was put in $1,000 to make like 2 to 3 to 400k in Bonk. That's insane. So that's why I'm bringing, projects in the ecosystem as well that could potentially make a move like that with Monad going, parabolic and ballistic, right? But obviously keep the majority of your bags in Monad, the main coin, right? Keep the majority in the main coin, but if you have an extra $200 to $300, right, you could play around with the smaller coins in the Monad ecosystem for potential 400x, 1000x moves, right? That's just how I'm doing it, okay? You don't have to do what I'm doing. You know what? You could just ignore all these Monad meme coin videos. You can. That's on you. But in this video, we're going to be taking a look at Moncock, like I stated in previous videos, right? Moncock is getting heavily supported by Fartcoin whales, right? And we saw what Fartcoin did. Fartcoin went to 2 to 3 billion market cap from nothing. When I was mentioning Solana memes, I forgot to mention Fartcoin. Fartcoin was like the most normie, retail-friendly one that got super massive. Everyone talked about Fartcoin, right? So Moncock, has one of the top Fartcoin whales in, right? Someone who got in Fartcoin under $1 million market cap, held all the way to 2 to 3 billion market cap, multiple seven figures, right? Is in, and he has his rich friends, right? And I'm not gonna bet against them. I'm not gonna bet against someone that was successful to try to make himself, aiming to make himself more successful and seeing his cause and just ignoring it. I'm not going to do that. So that's why I'm covering Moncock here. Like I said, Fartcoin whales push this price up to 100 mil easy peasy with Monad going ballistic, right? And what do you need to do, right? In my opinion, like I said, that's why I said only need a few hundred, couple $100. You could buy $349 of Moncock right here, right? Just $349. That's it. No overinvestment. No $4,000 in Moncock. Not $5,000. Not $10,000. No, right? Just $349 gets you a million Moncock. It goes to 10 million market cap, you got 10K. It goes to 100 million, 50 million market cap, you got 50K. It goes to 100 million market cap, you got 100K. It goes to $1 billion market cap with 1 million coins, you got $1 million, right? Who's to say that can't happen? If so, you guys saw Bonk went from 10 billion to 4 billion. What the heck? You know how much people made millions off of that? Holy moly. What? Yo, crypto is crazy when crypto is bullish, man. Oh man, when crypto is bullish, it's one of the greatest blessings on earth, man. Wow, that's insane, bro. I'm still taken aback by that. I didn't know it got to 4 billion. Insane. So again, if Bonk with Solana got to 4 billion and Monad is, aiming to be the Solana killer or compete with Solana and get to its market cap, why can't a Monad meme get to billions as well, right? What's gonna stop it? Or to be conservative, what's gonna stop it from getting to hundreds of millions in market cap, right? There's nothing that's gonna stop it, man, in my opinion. So like I said, $349 into Moncock. Fartcoin whales are supporting this one. I'm not gonna bet against people that got successful in this space. I'm not gonna bet against them. Why would I, right? So Fartcoin whales supporting this one. I think this is a great bet. Like I said, could potentially see 100 mil to $1 billion in Moncock, right? So obviously, always take your profits, take your initials, be as strategic as possible because it is meme coins. But betting on the Monad ecosystem and Monad is, in my opinion, the smartest bet to make. But as always, none of this is financial advice. Like and subscribe. Share the video. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next one.